All right, guys, first meeting of the new year. Yay. So good to see you all on here. I hope you guys are super excited about this year. I'm kind of taking it as a new year, but like also just keep doing what we kind of started, because a lot of us really had good starts to last year, right? Like I think 22 had a lot of good, or 2021 had a lot of good stuff, and we want to keep that momentum, but maybe expand on it depending on what all of your goals are. And we're going to talk about that today. We are going to talk about one of the coolest products at Shackley that I don't think any of us talk about regularly, including me. So surprise product, learning about it, I was like, whoa, this is amazing. It is probably, in my opinion, besides maybe the technology of Meology, it's the coolest product we have. So I'm really excited to jump into that and talk to you guys about what it is. Any guesses? Give me one guess, one person. Anyone? No? Okay.
Basic H?
No, but that's a good one too, but it's not Basic H.
That's a good one.
That's a good guess. Okay, so you'll be surprised, and it's going to be really cool to learn about it. We're going to do that. We're going to talk a little about goal setting, and then we're going to talk about what's going on right now in the company, because there's a lot of cool stuff as well. Okay, so let's just jump right in. I'm going to share screen. Where is Google? Share. Hopefully that works. Oh, and you probably saw my screen, so now you know what it is. Yeah, that's okay. It's Vivix, guys. But we'll jump into that later. Let's start over here first. All right, so let's start with some little housekeeping calendar. Our cleanse starts on Monday. Okay. Here's what I'm going to share with you. If you are not doing a cleanse, because I know some of you just did a cleanse, like literally just did one, take the time to just add more veggies into your diet and share those options, share that with the group. Like, hey, I'm not doing the cleanse, but I want to show you guys how, because I've done the cleanse so many times, I have so many more veggie recipes in my arsenal. And I really do feel like that. Like, because of the cleanse, I am so much more willing to add more veggies. Like it used to be in the past where, what do people do? You make dinner and you have a side of veggies. Like that mentality and way of thinking is not what we do anymore, right? Like, especially if you've done the cleanse, you realize there's nothing wrong with having 3 veggie dishes for dinner, right? And your protein and your healthy fats are just add-ons. And one thing I learned just from the cleanse and like actually coming and doing a modified cleanse and just our whole entire program is your volume is going to come from veggies. When you look at your plate, the volume should be from veggies, but your calories are still going to be from the proteins and the fats and the carbs because they're higher calorie. A huge plate of broccoli is not going to have more calories than the 5 ounces of chicken that you added, right? But if by volume your plate looks meat, carbohydrate, and healthy fat heavy, there's a problem, right? If like the most of your plate is being taken up by those things, then your volume and calories are coming from your protein, your carbs, and your healthy fats. That's going to be a problem, right? So you want veggies to look like it's the star of your plate, but trust me, your calories are still coming from everything else. So if next week you're not cleansing, just take the time to be veggie heavy, because that's kind of what we all want to move towards anyways, is like adding more veggies into our diet, promoting that high nutrient lifestyle, right? So do that next week. Tag the Wellness Shack, even if you're not doing the cleanse. Like, hey, I'm not doing the cleanse, but I want to show you guys even off the cleanse, like look how veggies are the star of my plate. Okay. And then afterwards, we're going to do the shake it off challenge and the prove it. So the cleanse, I know you guys have had a lot of questions about this, is going to be run on Instagram because it's working well on there and everybody can do it on there. And then we are going to go back to Facebook to have 2 private groups, one for the 180 and one for the prove it. Okay. Here's the one kicker. I am going to ask anyone who adds even just one person to the group, I'm going to assign you just like probably 2 days out of the 14 where it will be your requirement to do a post of the day. I'll give you tips on it. It's super easy. It's just going to be like, hey guys, cheer them on, maybe like throw a quote up there. Nothing fancy or complicated, but I am going to ask you if you're adding into the group, and then you can pick the days too. Like if you're like, hey, I'm working this day or I'm on vacation, whatever it is. But what's super cool is I'll make you an admin of the page and you can schedule that post ahead of time. So if it is a day that you're busy, you're not going to have to be running around doing anything special. You can schedule your post ahead of time. And I'll walk you guys through how to do that. Okay. And then February, we have our new cleanse date, which is up on the Wellness Shack. I just can't remember what date I chose. Does anyone else remember? Okay, it's on the Wellness Shack. If you look up there, all the dates have been changed to February. Okay.
It's February 7th.
February 7th. Okay. I knew it was early. February 7th. So right before Valentine's Day. Okay. We'll be done before Valentine's, I think. Okay. This Saturday at 9 a.m. is our 2022 kickoff event. I actually don't know what's going to be announced, but I have heard that we might have some new announcements and some fun stuff that's going to be announced this weekend. So supposedly that's what it's going to be. I know these calls are usually pretty exciting. So it's 9 a.m. PST on the Shackley, Shackley Effect Facebook group. Okay. So if you can make it, just have it on in the background. I know Saturday tends to be like family time. I would just play it in the background and see what exciting stuff is going to be released. And if I find out, I will share. Any questions? Okay. All right. Free business starter kit with $150 order. If they already have a $150 order for the month, like it's a customer and they want to upgrade to becoming a distributor, just talk to me. Okay. Come to me and we'll figure it out for them, because it doesn't really make sense to force them to buy another $150 that month. Okay. We also have double Star Club bonus in January. Guys, that's a pretty big deal. You bring 3 people onto the February challenge group with a Meology challenge pack, you're going to make over $200 next business day after you get the 3rd one. It'll add up to over $200 in bonuses, you guys. That doesn't even count commission that you get paid on depending on your rank, that would be February 15th. Okay. So just bonus alone, every single person on this call should have a goal of bringing 3 people on with the Meology challenge pack. I'm not running a Shackley 180 in February. So if you want to sell that one, that's fine. They can actually use the Wellness Shack to coach themselves. That's why I created those client portals. So if someone buys a package and I don't have a group, or we're not running a group, or we're in the middle of a group, everything is self-led. All the resources are up there, but we are going to run a cleanse. I'm going to run a cleanse and the regular Meology group. So 3 people is over $200 in bonuses that you get paid next business day. And that's also for your business, right? Like you're going to move your business forward if you hit Star Club every single month, 3 new people. We also have 20% off Meology and Meology Kids. Here is my approach with this right here. Okay. I'm going to everyone that dropped off Meology. So in the last 11 months for me, whatever it is for you guys, anyone that stopped using Meology, go back. Hey, you know what? I know you started with Meology. I was wondering if if you were done with the pills that you already started with, or if you wanted to get back on it. We have 20% off this month. It's a great chance to hop back on and get into a routine for the new year with your vitamins. Do you want to retake the assessment, which is always recommended, you guys, because I just did mine and I couldn't even believe how much has already changed, right? And then Meology Kids, approach everybody in your client base, right? That has kids. Because that's 20% off too. So it's a good opportunity to get started. I'm not really approaching the 20% for new people because I think the package makes a lot more sense, right? Going with the Meology challenge pack. Okay, daily high five. I know we have not been sharing this in the Love Shack every single day, but it still is what I follow whenever I feel like I don't have a lot of time to really spend a whole lot working my business. What are just the 5 things I need to do every single day? Pick a product and post about it. Any product. It can be the same product every single day. Okay. Take this, print it out, and put it somewhere where you can see it, over your desk, on your mirror in your bathroom, just somewhere where you can see it every single day. Get a Facebook post or an IG post or both up every single day, one of those. And I think we changed that too, actually. We also said, if you don't get a post up, take someone from our team and share their post. So share a post from someone on our team. Say hello, comment, or spread love to 5 people, like literally just talking to people. Invite 2 people to anything every single day. And then read 10 minutes of personal development. Okay. And then the weekly high five. This is like when your business is a little bit more established, sending an email to current clients or the folks that took Meology once a week. You write down 26 names and say hello. I'm going to do an activity separate from this and show you guys how I do that. I know I'm behind on that, but I will get that done. Create an IG post or a carousel or a reel 1 time per week. Create a story series or a video series for your Instagram stories. And then add 25 friends on Facebook or connect with 25 new people on IG. Once a week, do these things, just once a week. This one right here, you guys, is the one I want you to print out and every single day, 6 days out of the 7 in a week, commit, I will get this stuff done. If I can't do anything else, I will just get these things done right here. Okay, so let's talk about 2022. All right, I'm going to make a bold statement, but I truly believe this. If you're happy with where you're at right now, you don't need to do anything different, right? But if you want to grow, you have to build a team. Have to build a team. You cannot do it all yourself if you want to grow this business, okay? That's the only way to grow, is to build a team. If you try to do it all yourself, you're going to hit capacity, right? You just simply can't do more at some point, right? Yourself. Having a team is what will grow your business. Getting to director rank is the first step. So let's talk about what director rank is, okay? That 2000 PGV is not just your orders and your sales. So your orders is part of it. Like, let's say your $150 order that you get 100 PV from. So that goes into 2000. Your customer orders. So many of you are hitting associate every month. You're getting to 1,000. Karen, you are like that close. So this month, if your folks repeat and you probably get a couple more, I'm pretty sure you're going to hit that associate. So most of you are carrying 1,000 on your own, which is awesome, right? You're bringing in 1,000 without a team, but you would have to double your efforts to hit that 2,000 by yourself. Don't do that to yourself. So your orders go in there, your customer orders go in there. If you sign on a distributor, even if they don't work the business that well, their orders go in there. And distributors consistently across the board, when I look at it, they are more likely to stay on auto and loyalty and stay active than customers. So having someone in the business, even if they're not succeeding right away, even if they might be struggling or there's a ramp up period, their orders go into that 2,000 for you, okay? Your distributors, customers, orders go into your 2,000, okay? So there's you, there's your distributor, Alice. Alice has 3 customers that come on board. Those 3 customers, their orders go into your 2,000, the full PV. So that they're ordering a challenge pack, that's 300. And then Alice's order is another 100. You're getting $400 just from that one downline right there. Okay. But those aren't your customers. So you're not having to do all that work. And then your distributors, there's a typo there. Okay. So let's say Alice signs on another distributor and that distributor brings on 3 people. So you're getting $800 from Alice, her 3 customers in her order, her distributor, and those 3. Okay. And that's best case scenario if they're all selling, but even if they're not, okay, it still adds up and it comes into that 2,000 for you. Okay. But do you see how just one person under you who's hitting Star Club and they have one person under them who's hitting Star Club is 800 PGV. You just went from associate to $200, 200 PGV shy of hitting director. From 1,000 to 1,800, just because your one distributor hit Star Club and they have a distributor under them that hit Star Club. Now the math works the same if you have 2 distributors directly under you that hit Star Club. Not everyone under you is going to hit Star Club. Okay. And that's okay. Don't get discouraged if you build a team and people aren't working the same as passionately as you are. It will happen, but you still get your distributors' orders under here. Okay. So building your team is the most important thing that you can focus on to grow your business from where it's at. If you are brand spanking new, it's okay to focus on the customers first. Okay. If you have a friend or 2 that you think would benefit from joining as a business, as a distributor, approach them right away. Don't wait until you're crushing it. Okay. You guys can learn together. But if you don't have anyone or you're not quite secure in that area yet, go ahead and build some client base for maybe a month or 2. But everybody else on this call that's hitting 800 PGV on your own, PV on your own, everyone, or PGV, excuse me, everyone who's hitting 1,000, like you're kind of you're stuck right now in that little spot. Okay. To get you over to that next one where your business is going to grow, you've got to get some people on your team. Okay. Getting to director rank. So what does it actually take to grow your team? You have to talk about the Shockley opportunity consistently. Okay. Whenever I talk about the opportunity, the number of people that respond is close to 0. Truth. I don't get a bunch of like me. But what's crazy is eventually people will start talking to me and then they'll say, by the way, I've been watching your stories and I'm kind of curious about it. And I'm like, you've never said anything. But if you don't talk about it, that will never happen. Inviting to the opportunity consistently. Okay. Especially when you're brand new. It gets harder the longer you've been here, actually. Okay. But when you are brand new, you have friends, you have people, you have people that are in other network marketing companies that might not be happy. There's nothing wrong with approaching them and just saying, hey, I just want to see, like, how are you doing? Do you love what you're doing? Do you love the comp plan? Do you love the products? Do you feel like it's a perfect fit for you? Or if someone isn't doing anything, hey, you know what? I never saw myself doing anything like this, but I love the community. I love the products. I love that I'm making some extra money on the side. Would you be open to learning about it? It's okay if they say no. The best analogy I ever heard was a network marketer who was telling the story. And she said, if you were in a room with a bunch of people, a bunch of friends, and maybe people that you don't know that well, some you know well, and you stood up, like you got up where everybody can see you and you said, hey guys, I want your attention. Here's why I want to be a teacher. This is the best career. I want to be a teacher because this is why I'm so passionate. Raise your hand if you want to be one too. Would you be offended if not everybody in that room wanted to be a teacher? No, right? Like, why would everyone want to do that? It's not for everyone, but you can still share why it's important to you, and you might inspire someone else to do what you're doing. So invite to the opportunity consistently, and don't take it personally if someone says no. I will tell you this though, a lot of people that say no eventually do change their mind and say yes. And sometimes the timing just isn't right. But I can tell you, all of you that are directly under me, did I invite you to the opportunity? Erica, when we first met, it wasn't the right time. She was under a different team and it just wasn't going to work. We wanted to work together and it wasn't an option. But I came back and I remembered her and I was like, I'm going to invite her this time. It was an invite. It wasn't just maybe one day she'll see what I'm doing, which is fine. People will see what you're doing and you should talk about the business. But if you know people.
I know. I was just going to.
Yeah.
Oh,
go ahead.
I was just going to say that I know, like, for me, I watched you, I don't know, probably like for 6 months or something. Like, I mean, we both had babies around the same time and I would just watch you do stuff. And I'm like, what is she doing? Why do I, I just kept watching. And so that's when I was like, I know I need to do something. I'm curious to know what she's doing. And that's when I reached out to you. Like, you never reached out to me about it. So
I think you were my client first.
At the other place, but then I would see what you were doing and I still was just like, well, what is she doing?
Yeah. And that's the thing too, you guys, that's why you have to do both sides of it. Like, you've got to talk about the Shackley opportunity consistently on your business because people are watching you. Like I still call you Lizzie. Elizabeth, she was watching what I was doing, and shame on me for not inviting her, actually, because you're right. She did actually come to me first. But make sure you're talking about it. Make sure you're sharing what you're up to. Share that part of your life because that's what people relate to. Like, our babies are really close in age. So it's like, hey, if this mom can pull this off, like, why can't I? Right. So invite, share about it consistently, and make a commitment to grow your team by 2 people every single month. That might seem really scary if you've never grown your team by anyone before, but here's what I'm going to tell you. If you have no one on your team, you have a lot more opportunity than I do. I'll tell you right now, because I've already approached a lot of people I already know, most of them, right? Now for me, it's like going back to the same people or building new relationships. You each, I'm telling you this, every single one of you knows someone, you know someone who would crush it here. And you know what? If you don't talk to them, they're going to go somewhere else and crush it over there, because it's happened to me. And I'm like, dang it. Why did I not talk to her? She's totally crushing it at this other company right now. I wish I had said something. You all know someone who would be amazing. You do. Okay. So go to that person and be excited about what you do, but don't take it personally if they say not right now. You're still planting the seed and they're still going to watch you. Commit to bringing on 3 to 5 new customers every month and help them love Shackley. So customers are a great place to go because Elizabeth, you were a customer first. And Karen, you were a customer first too. Karen's under Tolly and she was a customer as well. And you know what's crazy? She was in the Facebook group and she like just stood out right away. So when you have a customer that like really stands out, really dives into the program, follows everything, They're obviously loving the results. Like that's the perfect person to approach. So if you bring on 3 to 5 new customers, those are the people you can go to bring them on to talk about the business side of things. Okay. They're already using the product. That is such an easier way to go. So start with your customer base right now, go to your customers and see who would be interested. A lot of people spent a lot of money on credit cards this Christmas. And guess what they're doing right now? Paying that off. Okay, so January is always a good time. And with new year and new goals, people are looking at their financials and their budget. They're already spending money at Shackley. It's almost a no-brainer to jump into the business side of things. Okay, so let's do some 2022 planning. What is your goal this year? Okay, so let's just take number 1. Is there an income goal that could help your life? Is there an income goal that could help your life? Could be something very, very important, like paying off debt. And it could be something super simple and maybe not the most important thing, but it is important to you and your family. Like I was talking to a gal the other day and she was saying, it's just the little things that add up when you have kids, right? Like her son's in karate and she's got a daughter that does dance. And it's like, those things add up. Having just like extra cash to pay for those things that are not crucial to life, but you want your kids to enjoy, like that makes a difference. So what's just an income goal that could help your life? Think of a number, like actually put a number. Say it would be really nice to have an extra $500 every month. Is there an income goal that could change your life? Now this is like the big one. Like, is there an income goal that would change your life? Now, this is like my favorite question on here, you guys. What does the work look like to you? So I'm going to ask you all to close your eyes. Like, close your eyes. I'm watching you, so close your eyes. What does the work look like? And the reason I say that, keep your eyes closed, is because it's so easy to come up with a great goal, but you have to see and envision the work. What are you doing? Like, think about your space. Where in your house are you doing the work? Are you in the car in the pickup line? Hey, people have built businesses. Moms have built businesses in pickup lines. Are you at your kitchen table? Are you in your bedroom because you don't even have an office and you built a business? Wherever you can find the space, because that's where I'm doing it right now, guys. Where are you? Where are you? What are you working on? Are you on your cell phone? Are you on your computer? What is your family doing? Are your kids sleeping and you're working late at night? Or are you waking up at 4 a.m. because that's how important your goal is to you before everything else starts, before you go to work or before your kids are awake? Envision all of this, okay? Are you hitting snooze on your alarm? Or are you not hitting snooze on your alarm so you can get up before everyone else? What does the work look like? Are you sending the messages that are super uncomfortable to that person that you really wish you could have on your team? Envision the work. Now keep your eyes closed. And now I want you to envision what that life could look like. If you do the work and you hit that goal, what does that look like to you? What are you celebrating? What trip are you taking? What debt are you paying off? I remember when my husband and I paid our very last little piece of debt that we had, besides our house, but like the debt that we could pay off, right? That felt like we didn't need that debt. I mean, I remember where I was standing when we made that transaction on our bank. I remember that. Like, I remember where him and I were standing and that feeling. Like, I want you to think about, what does that life look to you when you hit that goal, and envision it. Okay, now everybody open your eyes. If you have a goal that is bigger than where you are at right now, and this is for anyone on the team, I would say, besides Erica, because she's already at director, but still anyone on your team, Erica, you can help. You need to set your sights on that first rank advancement, okay? Because that's how you move forward. I am a huge believer in a date that you're going to hit. Now I'm going to tell you guys a story. When I first started in network marketing, there was a goal just like director, okay? And I said I was going to hit it. This was in July. And I said I was going to hit it by my birthday, which was August 30th. August 30th came and I did not hit my goal. And right away, I was like, you know what? I'm going to pick the next date. And I said, I'm going to hit it by November. It was November 28th because that was my wedding day. We were getting married. I was engaged. And came and I did not hit. And I was like, dang it, I will hit in this year. It was 2015. I was like, I will hit this year. Do you guys want to know the date that I hit that goal? December 31st. I kid you not. Like it actually happened on December 31st. That was the date that it happened. So you might not hit the first goal. Definitely go all in though. Don't set a goal and go, it's okay, I'll set another goal. No, give it everything. Because here's what I will tell you. Had I not set a goal, a date, I wouldn't have ever hit December 31st. I probably would have hit a year from then, 6 months from then. I don't know. I don't know when I would have hit. But every time you set a date and that date is so burned in your head that 7 years later, you still remember that date. I still remember those 3 dates 7 years later. That date is so ingrained that you do everything you can to get there, so that if you miss, it is so simple to set another date and go for it again. Here's the thing about hitting director. The further away you make that goal, the harder it is. Let me explain why. So if we're in January now and you say, I'm going to hit that goal by June, you're making it way too hard on yourself. And here's why. Because you guys, you're going to bring on clients and people are going to fall off. You're just going to keep chasing that same thing all over again. Right? If you're already at 1,000, you've hit associate before and you can do that, you need to make that goal like 4 weeks out, 1 month out. The longer you drag this out, the harder it actually gets, especially with that first goal. So pick a date. I want you guys to private message me your date. Excuse me, because I'm going to help you. I'm going to hold you accountable to this. Pick a date and then get to that 2,000. You can do it all on your own, or you can build a team and do it. Now, for everybody on this team, if you have someone that wants to learn about this business, you can send them to the Wellness Shack. There's a tab that says join our team and they can learn about it. So I usually say, hey, check out the Wellness Shack. There's a little tab that says join our team. Just check it out, see what's on there. And if you think this could speak to you, if you think this is something you'd want to do, let's hop on a Zoom and I will hop on that Zoom with anyone on this team. Even if I'm not directly your upline, it does not matter. If you've got someone that's interested, I will absolutely hop on a Zoom call with you guys. Okay. But send them to Wellness Shack just to get like a taste for it if they have no idea what you're talking about. And just say, if you're open to it, I would love to chat with you. Any questions? Anything you guys want to share? Okay. All right, let's talk about Vivix then. Okay. Vivix, it comes in 3 different forms. Liquid, which is like you take it by a spoonful, liquid gel, which are gel caps, right, that you swallow. And then there's a kosher liquid, okay? I have the liquid that you take. And the reason I chose that was because I'm already taking a lot of pills. And so I'm like, I just want something a little bit different, okay? That's why I chose the liquid. Okay, so let's talk about what is in Vivix. You guys probably hear a lot about muscadine grape because it's in a lot of our skincare. All right, so Shackley talks about that product a lot. Muscadine grapes are one of nature's rarest, most potent grapes, and they possess a unique polyphenol profile that science suggests offers a number of health benefits, okay? When combined with other muscadine grape polyphenols and resveratrol, okay, now I don't know how to say that right, but here's what I'm gonna tell you guys. How many of you follow Dr. Mark Hyman on Instagram? He's like the big guy right now, right? Everyone's always copying his stuff. He's incredible. He talks about this a lot, resveratrol, okay? He talks about this product a lot. And when he first said it, I was like, I wonder if any of the Shackley products have it. Well, here you go, okay? The combination of these two have immense antioxidant power, okay? Muscadine grapes can also thrive in harsh environments, okay? And they protect against bacteria, fungus, yeast, drought, excess moisture, and temperature extremes, while other grapes are much more fragile. Have you guys heard, red wine, a little bit of red wine is actually really healthy and it provides antioxidant benefits, right? Wine comes from grapes. Well, this specific grape is the most powerful when it comes to antioxidant benefits, okay? So first of all, let's back up. What does antioxidant mean? Like I always hear this and I kind of understand it, but I'm thinking like, okay, what does it actually mean? Antioxidants are substances that may protect your cells against free radicals. Okay, free radicals are molecules produced when your body, there's 3 things specifically that produce free radicals. When you're exposed to tobacco smoke, which most of us probably are not exposed to tobacco smoke anymore. Like I remember being a kid and we go to a restaurant and it's like, smoking or not smoking, right? So tobacco smoke, radiation, which hopefully we're not getting a ton of radiation. You are getting radiation, but not an excessive amount. But here's the kicker. This one, free radicals are produced when we break down food in our body. So we are producing free radicals. Okay. Antioxidants are substances that may protect from this. Okay. The FAQ here is Vivix solely an antioxidant product? Laboratory studies have shown that Vivix ingredients can act as powerful antioxidants, but it goes beyond providing antioxidant support. Key ingredients in Vivix have been shown in a clinical study to activate cellular defenses and blunt the inflammatory response of healthy people to an unhealthy meal, which over time can lead to cellular aging. Okay, this part is really cool too. So, one marker of overall health is telomere length. What are telomeres? Telomeres are the protective caps on the end of our chromosomes that contain our DNA. As we age, our telomeres gradually shorten, and shorter telomeres are strongly correlated with various health risks. Shackley isn't going to say this because we don't want, and we shouldn't be saying this in our stories, but if you Google this information, it's actually linked to cancer. Okay. It does not say that on the shack. It just says correlated with various health risks. But if you Google telomeres and the shortening of telomeres outside of Shackley studies, just research other studies, it's linked to cancer, okay, which all goes into free radicals and what's happening to our cells, right? The cells being damaged. So it's the telomeres shortening. Therefore, if we can stop the telomeres for shortening or shortening as fast, it may support a longer, healthier life. In a published study, adults who took Vivix had a 57% lower rate of telomere shortening compared to a healthy control group. Okay. Dietary patterns high in refined starches, sugar, and saturated fats, and poor in natural antioxidants, fiber, and omega-3 fatty acids can be pro-inflammatory and trigger an immune response, which over time can lead to cellular aging. Key ingredients in Vivix have been shown to blunt the inflammatory response of healthy people to an unhealthy meal. So most of us probably take omegas if we're taking either Vitalizer or Meology. A lot of us probably have omegas that are popping up into there. And if you're not, you could take the gummy, the new jelly that we have. That's an omega product. So what's the deal with omega-3s? Okay, let's talk about that for a minute. The body is supposed to have a perfect balance of omega-6 and omega-3, which are fatty acids. A balance of these two will not put our body into an extra inflammatory state. However, our typical diet is very high in omega-6, so high that balance is so incredibly shifted. And that's why most of us do have an extra inflammatory response in our bodies. Okay. So because what this does right here is it's protecting us from those unhealthy meals, it's helping us to balance out that the antioxidant, fiber, and omega-3 fatty acids to reduce inflammation. When you reduce inflammation, then the body has a better antioxidant power against those free radicals. Does that all make sense? I was like going crazy reading this. I'm like, this is so incredible because I feel like I'm always learning little bits, but this really brings a lot of it together. Okay. So this is Vivix. It's not cheap, guys. It's $103 retail, $87 for a member to get onto Vivix. You can have it added to your Meology, right? So if you take your Meology and you put, aging as one of the factors that you're, interested in or it's important to you, it sometimes will pop up into your extra, right? Like your plus, and then you can turn on. It's expensive. Vivix is not cheap. The PV on it is more than half a challenge pack. So if you have someone buy this, you're getting more PV than half of a challenge pack. It's pretty crazy. And it's only a 30-day supply. It's not cheap, but it's an incredible product. I don't think did I talk about the patents on this? Hold on. Let me see if I could find it because we've got an incredible number of patents on it too. Yeah, it's backed by 6 unique US patents and a total of 27 patents worldwide. So 6 unique US patents and 27 patents worldwide. Pretty crazy. 57% lower rate of age-related telomere shortening. 13 times more powerful than resveratrol alone in slowing a key mechanism of aging. Super cool, right? Any questions? Who here, does anybody take Vivix?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do we know if this is like a pregnancy friendly product? Or...
I don't, but I could find out.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure. A lot of times with pregnancy, you guys, they're always going to say, It's a
Check
class
with your
C,
doctor.
which means we haven't tested it on pregnant women. So
Yeah.
it's not that it's some products are just not safe, but a lot of our products are going to say class C, which means hasn't been tested. Who wants to be tested on, right? If you're pregnant. So they just, it's a, talk to your doctor, or better safe than sorry and just don't do it. So I don't know about this one. Let me find out, but I wouldn't be surprised if it falls under that.
Okay.
And
Just
kind of
curious.
breastfeeding is kind of similar.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
I take it.
You take it. Do you do the liquid or the gel caps?
I did the liquid because like you, I'm like, I already take enough, supplements.
You can put it in immunology, and I think it might come out actually a little, I don't know. I have to look at it if the pricing comes out better or not. It might, because if you're on Meology loyalty, it does, you do get a break. So it might be a little price wise better, but personally, I was like, I just don't want any more pills.
Yeah.
I'm good
I
with my
just put a
pills.
bottle of the liquid and it tastes amazing.
I know that's the other thing too. I'm like, I never want to miss it because it's really good. Yeah. So it does taste really good. It's like I said, it's not cheap, but it's a product that I really think it's like one of the coolest products we have, like right after Meology. And it's kind of a secret. Like not a lot of people talk about it. I did, when I first talked to Roger, our CEO, this was one of the products he talked about, because when the studies were coming back, it was just blowing everyone's mind. And so he bought out the next 20 years, half the world's supply of the next 20 years of what we need to make this product, which is pretty wild. Like we own half the world's supply of this for the next 20 years. It's an amazing product. It's got the patent, it's got the studies. Yeah. So I would say if you can add it to your arsenal, I would, and start talking about it.
Z, people don't necessarily like notice the difference. Like if they take it, it's just more like you would sell it more preventative, anti-aging quality.
I mean, unless you're getting studies done on yourself. Yeah. So here's the thing. I asked that on the Go Wellness page. That's a really good question. I was curious about that too. And most of the people said, no, it's not going to be like a 30-day transformation, right? But there were, and you can go see the reviews on the shop site, the Shackley shop. There are people who say like, oh, over time I did notice some changes. And there's even people that said like joints, like they even noticed a different, because if you're reducing inflammation, you're going to see it, right, in different areas of your body. But no, I would not sell this. I would never tell a customer, you're going to see changes in 30 days. Yeah. So it's really someone that I would say the perfect client is someone that's educated, and that's our job to educate, right? That like really understand, like kind of like how Dr. Mike Hyman really educates, right? Like what are telomeres? What happens when they shorten? What do free radicals do to us? What is the benefit of antioxidants? And someone who really wants to take that seriously, this is a good product for them. But someone who's like, just who's never done any vitamins, just wants something quick and easy and doesn't want to spend a ton of money, I would say go Meology, because there's still a ton of health benefits from just adding vitamins into your daily routine. Yeah. But I'm going to start educating on this, me personally too. Just after reading this, I'm like, I'm at least going to put it out there because I think it's such an incredible product that we have. Yeah. Any other questions about this or anything else? Okay. Who's doing the cleanse next week?
Me.
Karen, you're doing it again. You're a rock star.
I am.
Mary, you're doing it. Lizzie, you're doing it.
I'm going to try to do it. I'm trying to wean my son off. I don't know. I think you and I chatted, so I'll see if I can try to do it.
And I would talk to Mary too, not to, if Mary just did a modified cleanse and she's breastfeeding too.
Yeah, I reached out to her before. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, if you guys have anyone breastfeeding, I would say don't take the pills. You don't want them detoxing into their breast milk. But they can always just increase veggies and add protein. Okay. All right. So we got cleanse next week. If you're not cleansing, just share everything else everybody else is doing. Let's get that February group. Historically, February is a bigger month than January. January, people are just like barely catching a break, right? They're like, oh my God, what just happened? Like, especially moms, right? Like, we're the real Santa. Don't play this call in front of your kids, but like, we're just like barely breathing. Okay. So February tends to be the month actually that can really blow up the business. So now's the time to promote the group. Now's the time to really try to get those challenge packs and get people into our February group. Everything's on the Wellness Shack. You don't have to do anything, literally just promote it, send them to the Wellness Shack. As soon as they fill out the form, you'll get a screenshot. Kristen, I actually have one for you. All right. Let's do a picture. Erica. Where's your elbow? I mean, your arm, Erica.
Raise it.
No, I want to see your Shackley.
Oh, I'm like, why? Can you see it?
Yep. I missed you guys. It's so good to be back. I'm glad you guys were able to hop on. Let's have an amazing month and let's have a freaking amazing 2022.
A great call.
Bye.
Yay, thank
Bye.
you.
Bye, team.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
New
Happy
Year.
New Year.